The Galactic Council had seen it all. Wars between ancient empires, star systems collapsing under the weight of greed, and civilizations wiped out by their own hubris. Earth, a relative newcomer, was viewed with casual indifference. Humanity's application to join the Council was met with skepticism, its people deemed too young, too chaotic, too primitive to play a significant role in galactic affairs. So, when the ruthless Velaran Horde declared war on Earth, the Council barely raised an eyebrow. The Velarans, a nomadic species of bioengineered warriors, were unstoppable. Worlds they attacked were either conquered or annihilated, their remnants scattered across the stars. The Council watched Earth's plight like an uninvolved spectator, assuming the planet's fall was inevitable. The Velarans struck fast and hard. Their fleet, comprised of sleek organic ships capable of repairing themselves mid-battle, arrived in the Sol system with ruthless precision. Mars fell within hours, its colonies reduced to rubble. Earth's defenses scrambled to respond, but humanity had anticipated this. In secret, deep within the asteroid belt, humanity had prepared its answer: the Aegis Protocol. Admiral Cassian Locke stood on the bridge of the Resolute Prime, humanity's flagship, hidden behind the debris of the asteroid belt. Around him, officers monitored the movements of the Velaran fleet as it approached Earth. "Admiral, they've breached Earth's atmosphere," said Commander Elena Rhine, her voice tense. "Their main fleet is holding position in high orbit." Cassian's expression was calm, his gray eyes locked on the tactical display. "They're waiting to see how Earth reacts," he said. "They think this is going to be quick. Let's show them just how wrong they are." The Resolute Prime was unlike any other ship in Earth's fleet. Outwardly, it appeared to be a heavily modified dreadnought, but hidden beneath its armored hull was humanity's greatest secret: the Aegis Core. Developed in absolute secrecy over decades, the Aegis Core was a fusion of artificial intelligence and advanced quantum technology. It wasn't just a weapon, it was a game changer. The core could manipulate energy on a level the galaxy had never seen, capable of disrupting enemy fleets, creating barriers of pure light, and even bending the laws of physics. On Earth, as cities prepared for bombardment, the Velaran fleet suddenly encountered resistance. Orbital platforms, seemingly derelict, sprang to life, firing concentrated energy beams at the enemy ships. Velaran vessels reeled from the unexpected assault, their regenerative systems struggling to keep up. "Where did these defenses come from?" hissed Velaran warlord Korak aboard the flagship Black Spire. An officer responded nervously. "We have no records of Earth possessing this kind of technology. They must have been hiding it." Korak sneered. "Hiding it won't save them. Prepare the fleet for a full-scale assault." Back in the asteroid belt, Cassian issued his next command: "Activate the Aegis Protocol." The Resolute Prime hummed with power as the Aegis Core came online. Across the Sol system, dormant ships, satellites, and even debris fields were reactivated. A web of shimmering light expanded outward, enveloping Earth's fleet and creating a shield that deflected the Velaran attacks. "Admiral," Elena said, her voice awed, "the Aegis network is fully operational." Cassian's lips curled into a grim smile. "Then let's take the fight to them." The galaxy had underestimated Earth, and the Velarans were about to learn the cost of that mistake. The Resolute Prime emerged from the asteroid belt, its massive form glowing with the energy of the Aegis Core. Around it, the activated remnants of Earth's hidden fleet moved in perfect unison. Once dismissed cargo ships, outdated frigates, and orbital platforms now pulsed with life, their systems enhanced by the Aegis network. Admiral Cassian Locke stood tall on the bridge, his voice calm yet resolute. "All units, focus fire on their vanguard. Break their formation and scatter their forces." Across the fleet, Earth's ships opened fire. Plasma cannons unleashed searing bolts of energy, while kinetic railguns sent slugs hurtling at near-light speeds. The Velaran vanguard, caught off guard, faltered under the barrage. Their organic ships, known for their regenerative capabilities, struggled to adapt to the intensity of the assault. On the Black Spire, Warlord Korak slammed his fist against the command console. "What trickery is this? Their fleet should be crumbling," an officer responded, panic creeping into his voice. "Their ships are coordinating at an unprecedented level. It's as if they're..." A single organism. Korak growled. No fleet can withstand the might of the Velaran Horde. Deploy the Reapers. The Reapers were the Velarans' deadliest weapons. Small, agile strike ships armed with bioplasma cutters, capable of slicing through even the toughest hulls. Swarms of them descended on Earth's fleet, their organic forms weaving through the chaos with predatory grace. On the Resolute Prime, alarms blared as the Reapers closed in. "Admiral, they're targeting our support ships," Commander Elena Rhine shouted. Cassian's gaze never wavered. "Activate the Corps' phase field. Let's see how they handle losing their advantage." The Aegis Corps pulsed, and the web of light surrounding Earth's fleet shifted. A shimmering field enveloped the Reapers, disrupting their propulsion systems and leaving them stranded in space. Earth's ships wasted no time, targeting the immobilized swarm with precision strikes. One by one, the Reapers exploded, their once deadly forms reduced to debris. On board the Black Spire, Korak stared at the carnage with growing disbelief. "This isn't possible," he muttered. "No species evolves this quickly." "They're not just fighting us with weapons," another officer said, his voice trembling. "They're fighting us with their minds, their strategy. There's something beyond natural about it." As the Velaran fleet faltered, Earth's forces pressed their advantage. The Resolute Prime surged toward the heart of the Velaran formation, its weapons blazing. Behind it, the reactivated fleet followed in perfect synchronicity, overwhelming the larger but scattered Velaran forces. "Admiral, their flagship is within range," Elena reported. "They're charging their primary cannon." Cassian's expression hardened. "Prepare the Corps for an Omega Pulse. We'll end this now." The Aegis Corps glowed brighter, drawing energy from the network of ships, satellites, and platforms. The light intensified, forming a massive energy pulse aimed directly at the Black Spire. Korak's voice roared over his command deck. "Counter it! Redirect all power to shields!" The Omega Pulse fired. The massive wave of energy tore through the void, engulfing the Velaran flagship. Its shields collapsed under the pressure, and the Black Spire disintegrated in a fiery explosion. With their flagship destroyed, the remaining Velaran ships broke rank. Panic spread through their fleet as Earth's forces picked them off one by one. On the Resolute Prime, cheers erupted as the tactical display showed the Velarans retreating. "Admiral, the battle is ours," Elena said, her voice filled with relief. Cassian exhaled slowly, his gaze fixed on the retreating enemy. This wasn't just a battle, it was a message. The galaxy knows now. We are not to be underestimated. But as the fleet regrouped and Earth celebrated, Cassian knew this was only the beginning. The Council had ignored humanity before, and now the Velarans had paid the price. What would happen when the rest of the galaxy learned the truth about Earth's secret weapon? The Sol system, once viewed as a backwater, now stood as a fortress. Earth's fleet returned to orbit, battered but triumphant. Across the planet, celebrations erupted as humanity's greatest victory was broadcast. However, on the Resolute Prime, Admiral Cassian Locke was not celebrating. He stood at the observation deck, his sharp eyes scanning the stars, his mind already racing ahead. "We've won today," Commander Elena Rhine said, joining him. "But the galaxy won't let this go unnoticed." Cassian nodded, his tone grim. "The Velarans underestimated us because they believed the Council's lies, that we were weak, primitive. But now the Council knows better, and that knowledge makes us a threat." Meanwhile, in the Grand Chamber of the Galactic Council on Xyrus Prime, chaos reigned. Holograms of destroyed Velaran warships and footage of Earth's Aegis network were projected for all to see. Councillor Talon of the Ithar Dominion, his many-eyed face twisted in disbelief, gestured to the display. "This is unprecedented. Humanity's fleet shouldn't even exist at this scale. They were deemed incapable of galactic warfare." Councillor Varys, a towering figure from the Crystalline Mirith Collective, countered with a sharp tone. "And yet here they stand. Their weaponry surpasses even the Dominion's experimental projects. We ignored them, and now we're witnessing the price of that ignorance." A booming voice silenced the chamber. Councillor Irvan, the head of the council and an elder of the ancient Altharian species, spoke with calculated calm. "This is not a time for blame," Irvan said. It is a time for action. Humanity's technology must be understood and controlled. Back on Earth, the celebrations gave way to determination. In hidden facilities, humanity's brightest minds analyzed the battle data, refining the Aegis network. Dr. Melina Vrex, the lead scientist behind the Aegis Corps, addressed her team. "We've exposed ourselves to the galaxy," she said. "Now, they'll come for us, not just the Velarans, but anyone who feels threatened by what we've built. We need to stay ahead of them." Admiral Locke joined the briefing, his presence commanding. "Doctor, is it possible to expand the Aegis network beyond the Sol system?" Vrex hesitated, her mind racing. "In theory, yes, but it would require more resources than we've ever had access to." "Then we'll find them," Cassian replied. "The Council will move against us sooner or later. When they do, we'll need to protect more than just Earth." As humanity prepared for what was to come, the Velaran Horde licked its wounds. On the barren world of Vrakis, their surviving warlords gathered in secret. Korak, still bearing the scars of his defeat, stood before the others. "Humanity is not a nuisance, they're a threat to our very existence. The Council will hesitate, but we will not. We will strike again, and this time, we will not underestimate them." The galaxy buzzed with rumors of Earth's secret weapon. On distant worlds, leaders debated their next moves. Some saw humanity's rise as an opportunity to ally with a powerful new force, while others viewed it as a challenge to their dominance. Admiral Cassian Locke, gazing at the stars from the Resolute Prime, knew what was coming. "The Council never knew what we were capable of," he said quietly to Elena. "Now they do. And the question is, what will they do about it?" Elena glanced at him, her voice steady. "Whatever it is, we'll be ready." Humanity's secret weapon had turned the tide of battle. Now, it would reshape the galaxy itself,